Greetings. It is I, Susie Q. How the heck are you? What's showing up in your field, lighting you up, turning you on, and illuminating the goodness in your beautiful breath of life. Oh my goodness. So, with what you're experiencing right now in this juicy, juicy cosmic experience, could you just imagine, just for a moment, this ability with the cosmic energies that may be part of your vibe, right? Is that we begin to kind of awaken to higher insights or different ways of being, not doing, but just simply being. People like to use the word doing as it's some sort of a measure or something, but then that being is who we are. And I think what's really neat right now on the planet is that so many people are kind of waking up in a different way, right? It's just in a different way. It's so powerful when we're able to access our own beautiful divinity, our sovereign self, and connect with that cosmic energy. So, as a yogi, cosmology has been part of my consciousness for a number of years. And it's been really interesting to think about not only this planet or our home or our friends or our family, but we really look at the overall kind of sense of cosmology with everything that exists, everything that there is, that we have access with cosmology or with the cosmos, right? Whatever word you want, or you could even say it's source or God, is that we have the capacity and we find the ways to connect. And the deeper that we do with these beautiful divine connections, is we might even start just really with our in breath. What is the in breath? Prana, life force energy, chi, just different words for different ways of looking at things. But we really kind of really like embrace the inhalation, and then we embrace the exhalation. We really feel that part of us that is so still cosmic energy or just pure energy. And then here we are on the planet, and it seems kind of like different. Feels kind of different than when I thought when I was becoming in. So it's really interesting to just take a moment and kind of reflect about what cosmology is or what that cosmic intuition might be bringing for you. It might be possibly working something with your body. These could be messages, could be dreams. It could just be Susie talking in a screen. But sometimes with some of the energies that come through that cosmology or the cosmic energy, it's really helping us. It's really, really helping us. Think about the last few years we've had, right? And think about the other years that have been before us with all kinds of different things that have been so strange and different and alarming or good or whatever. But then when you really look at it, you really look at that cosmological. I'm tongue twisted. But when you look at the cosmic energy, is that you're available to access with your willingness and really through that heart space. It's more, I think, about the heart that's receiving the insights. It's receiving the energy, but it's really through that heart space, right? Heart space. And as you're receiving that information, if it comes into the heart space, and it could be the front side, the back side, the upside down, and any other way of the heart is, right? Is that we start noticing that the heart is getting the first intuitive insights by the cosmic energy. And it could come in as kind of a softer feeling, could come in as a more loving feeling, um, maybe soft and gentle feeling in the heart space with that cosmic energy. So, like for me, I really see that the energy just comes into this space for me, but it may be a different place for you that you receive insight. Sometimes we think it's the thinking mind or through our eyes or ears or through speaking that we can get that energy. But it's really, really a beautiful time right now. I think for a lot of us to kind of slow down, just kind of chill, like chillaxing, right? And sometimes when you do that, you just kind of feel a little bit like you're kind of like releasing some things outside of your that were in your body, releasing it now. It's kind of like a detox, like a kind of like kind of an ethereal kind of detox that you're just start kind of relaxing into your present moment. And perhaps the present moment may happen and have something happen in that present moment, and then you come in and you have another present moment. Then that might have a different feeling tone or bhavana or something, but then you sit for a moment and you go like, I'm gonna take another beautiful experience of this moment, and what will it reveal to me? And the more that we go into these revealing these moments, it's like okay, I feel like with just being present to what is, it's just kind of easy. There's really nothing I need to do. I'm just simply observing life, and it feels fine. Then you may have another experience of being in the presence of your beautiful breath of life, and then you just start kind of like it's kind of like you start settling down. Settling down. Settling down might mean that you're maybe you're kind of up here, then maybe just start kind of releasing and kind of wiggling some things out, right? That you feel a little bit more kind of supple and feeling good. And if you have another present moment and maybe some sounds are showing up or some things are happening, maybe you're itchy or maybe I'm sitting in Sugasana right now, and sometimes my legs get kind of like feels like I'm just kind of sitting there and they're kind of like needles in my legs. But then the presence is there. I notice that I'm noticing, and there's nothing I need to do. Even if I take a look at things in the space, beyond the screen here, there's things in this space, and this is my office space, but I'm still present to this moment of just kind of feeling into what is the best way for me to be present now. Could it be through seeing, through hearing, through feeling? Or could it just be nothing? Maybe the presence could be, I'm feeling nothing right now. And how does that feel? Well, possibly in the next presence, it feels good. I'm noticing I'm feeling lighter. I'm feeling lighter than I had been. So easy. So some of these things here with the idea of this presence, right, is that we find different ways of gaining more insights, more support, and more love of self. And in the spirit, in this space of presence, I'm hearing birds outside the window. They're singing just for me and you. There's a light behind this screen that I have, and I can see the illumination of the light. It's quiet here inside the space. So with you, when you're looking at what is presence, you can just simply be an observer or a witnesser. Or you could even play act as if you're 45 feet away, maybe in a higher place, another version of you that's looking at the being that you are in a state of presence. Is that it's really interesting from a different point of view how lovely it looks. And think about all the beautiful light that's swirling around the beautiful divine being who's just simply sitting in a state of presence, not doing, not really overthinking, right? There's just not much there, right? You're just present to the sounds, maybe the temperature, maybe present to the breath. So the beautiful in-breath. It's our gift of life, right? It is definitely our gift of life. And then our out-breath is kind of that, it's kind of that sigh. It's just So beautiful when we're in the presence of the inhale, bringing in the oxygen, sending it to all the parts of our body, right? To just illuminate more light, more energy in our beautiful body. And then with the out breath, it's that release. It's that release. So as you're in a moment of presence and acknowledging the release through the exhalation, we find that the exhalation is sufficient for releasing many of the other things that our thinking mind is really asking for. So in this presence now, is if there's something that's been pressing on your mind that feels like it's complete or it needs to be released, you could possibly look at it in a especially neat way without telling a story, given the details. Even with the details, it just creates more details. The more you talk about it, the more details you start kind of piling on. But with that feeling of that release for the breathing in, so it's taking in that beautiful oxygen, the prana, life force energy, and the exhalation, that is that release. This might be possibly a way when you're ready to start releasing some things that have kind of past their expiration date. And if you do that, if you release it, you could do it through the exhalation, the out breath. Imagine that. Imagine for your own beautiful divinity, your sovereign self, is that if there's things that you would like to release, it's quite possible that you could release that through the exhalation. Sometimes we want to get into words, and then we find that the words just create more thoughts, more memories, and maybe even new stories about the events. But the exhalation is a great portal. It's like a portal. It's almost as if you've got a portal coming out of your heart space, right? You could say it's like almost feels like from the face, but it's more that heart space. It's that portal is opening up through the exhalation, releasing stuff that you don't need anymore. That stuff is old, gone, gone, gone. So really look at the inhalation as that creative spirit or that source energy. That's like source energy is kind of coming in like, we're going to heal the body. We're going to bring some new inspiration. We're going to bring in better relationships and more abundance through the inhalation. And with the exhalation, we're going to send that out. All these different things that have happened in this lifetime or any other lifetimes. Through the exhalation, we just send it out with the exhalation. It could be that easy. It could be that easy to let things go. Some people say, well, if I'm going to release it, I have to forgive myself or somebody. I'm like, well, I don't know. In a state of presence right now, it just seems like the exhalation is a great portal to send that band of energy and send it back to the light. And you don't even need to do that. You just work with your exhalation and send that breath out and know that it's going back to the light. So, with this feeling tone, a bhavana, of this beautiful presence that we're in right now, it has been a privilege for me to share today with you and notice what you're noticing. Notice it again. And on the third time, when you start noticing, it's going to really, really open up some new things for you. But that noticing, without judgment, without any conversation, just notice, notice, notice. And the third notice is, I think I'm going to get some new insights. And even if the insights are just, I love myself. I just love myself. That's pretty easy, right? Doesn't that feel easy for you? So I think we're good for now. I'm going to say namaste for now, and we'll see you again.